Hello everyone, my name is Komal Agrawal and I will be presenting my reflective analysis for contemporary management. So the first one is concept map. The it's the core of my learning journey. Before diving into the individual topics, I want to start with concept map because this is not just a summary, it's represent how I mentally organized and connected everything I learned in the contemporary management. At the center of the map is contemporary management, and from it branch out three major pillars. First one is designing organization, which represents structure and efficiency. The second one is organizational change, representing adaptation and transformation. The third one is global management, which represents culture and ethics. But what's more important is how these three are interdependent and not isolated. Uh, Structure enables change. Without the right structure, change collapse. Similarly, change prepares organization for global challenges, and in the same way, global awareness influences both how we design structure and implement change. So instead of treating them as separate subjects, I now see them as a continuous cycle of effective leadership. Now moving to the first branch, which is designing organization. Designing organization is very important um, in any organization as it's about aligning structure with strategy and environmental demand. As Daft explains, there is no perfect example. The best design depends on organizational goals and culture. We can take a real world example of Microsoft. Under Satya Nadella, when he took over in 2014, the company was siloed and competitive internally. Instead of jumping straight into big changes, he redesigned the structure to be more collaborative, encouraging open communication across department. This structure enables future innovation. Um, Now, the reflection on designing organization. From this topic, I learned how structure directly affects collaboration and innovation. In my own experience, I have seen, even during university group projects, when roles were unclear and communication was poor, the performance of the students dropped. But when we structure our work well, everything seems to improve and work out in a structured way. So, in my future leadership roles, I aim to create flexible structure that promote creativity and accountability, just as Robin suggests. Now, the second one is organizational change. Organizational change is an inevitable part of modern business. Frameworks like Lean three-step models and Kotter's eight-step process help leaders guide people through transitions. But as Burns notes, managing change is not only about system and strategy, it's about emotion and trust. We can Organizational change helps in the leadership, adaptation, and communication. Reflection on organizational change. The biggest insight I gain is that people don't resist change; they resist uncertainty. Nadella succeeded in at Microsoft not just because of strategy, but because he used empathy and transparent communication. In my own interaction, I have noticed that when people understand why something is changing, they cooperate more easily. So I plan to use clear communication and emotional intelligence when leading change. Now we can move to the global management, which is one of the major contemporary management topic. One thing I realized is change is not experienced the same way as cultures. For example, Google implements rapid experimentation in the US, but when expanding to Japan, they had to slow down and gain consensus first because Japan doesn't work that way. Japan culture values harmony and group approval. This shows that organizational change must be adapted to cultural expectations. Global management is about leading across cultures, ethics, and diversity. Um, uh, in a globalized world, leader must balance performance with cultural sensitivity, as cultural values influence behavior and leadership styles. Now, the reflection on global management. This topic helped me understand that leadership today is not just about decision making, it's about understanding people from different backgrounds. I now aspire to lead with inclusivity, fairness, and cultural awareness, especially when working in diverse teams. Now, integration of the topics. By the end of the subject, I realized designing organization helps in leadership as it provides the structure. Organizational change helps in the leadership as it enables adaptation. Similarly, global management plays a crucial role in leadership as it ensures ethical and cultural alignment. Companies like Unilever, Tesla succeed because they constantly redesign their structure, embrace change proactively, and operate globally with cultural awareness. They are not separate skills. Together, they create resilient and future-ready organization. Now, here is the personal development reflection. This subject has transformed how I view leadership. I no longer see management as just controlling process. I see it as balancing structure, change, and people. I have developed stronger analytical thinking, empathy, and adaptability. Professional application. Going forward, I plan to encourage open communication and collaboration, lead change using structured yet human centered approaches, and promote inclusivity and ethical leadership in diverse environment. This principle will support not only organizational succeed, but also my own growth as a global future leader. Now, here is the conclusion. In conclusion, this learning journey has helped me connect theory with real world practice. It has given me the confidence to work in dynamic, multicultural environment and to lead with structure, adaptability, and empathy. Thank you.